You guys can hear me. Yeah, so hopefully everybody's doing well, and hopefully everybody can hear me. Somebody let me know in chat. Of course, you know, as I start streaming, Ranger, you know, gets in his mood, and now he needs to go out and he's all whiny. So hang on, guys, I'm gonna let the dog go out. Which means I'll have to let Doggo in again. Okay, where are we at? No audio. Ah, okay, thanks Adam, appreciate it. I got some weird things going on my side with the software, so just bear with me, guys. Anyways, yeah, we got a few of the usuals in tonight. I see Adam S is in. Who else? I recognized another name there. Some new names over there. Bob from Canada, welcome. Evening, sir. Little Griff Off Grid Alberta. Ah, that's a new one. Good evening, young man. Hope your snow is packing out nice for you. Well, actually, we've had a bit of a thaw the last few days, and then of course that rain, you know, so we had a little bit of snow and then rain, so not ideal right now. I can't fire up the snowmobile. It's kind of messy out there. Yeah, so Little Griff, Alberta. Okay, right on. I've never been up to Canada. Maybe someday I'll get up there. Right, so who else is in here? What other names did I see? Random Things, welcome. Oh, I just lost chat. That's not good. Oh no. Anyways, so sound is good. This everything's good there. I've got a few duplicates happening on my screen. That's why I'm probably looking a little confused, guys, but hopefully everybody's doing well, and hopefully you can hear me and everything else is working. For some reason I've lost the chat on my end. Oh man, I can still see it on the screen though, so okay. Right, so yeah, we got another video that we'll be watching tonight. This one's about 19 minutes long, so you know, get your coffee. Talking about coffee, I got mine over here. Volume is not too bad. Okay, not too bad, but not too good. Is it loud enough for you guys? I've got the microphone on the other side of my keyboard. Anthony Z, good evening, sir. Good to see you. Hey, now we see some people piling in. Eves, first time here, not off grid, but a homesteader in PA, USA. Eves, well, welcome. Thanks, thanks for swinging by. Yeah, I'm still kind of new at the streaming thing, so bear with me. I'm no pro, guys. I'm like the boomer trying to figure out the tech. But no, I'm not even a boomer. So anyways, yeah, thanks. Some new names. Awesome. Awesome. Somebody gave me some coffee. I mean, it's this bulletproof stuff. And I don't know if there's some kind of coating, buttery coating on the coffee that's in here, but for some reason it won't go through the filter. I have a paper filter and a plunger. It's a French press with a paper filter, and when I put water in the French press, it doesn't go through. For some reason that coffee blocks the filter. And I noticed there's some kind of buttery, oily action in the coffee, but it tastes good. That's my little thing about coffee. How exciting. Okay, so where were we? So we're going to watch a video tonight. It's about 19 minutes. It'll be releasing after the stream. And hopefully some of you folks are into chickens and quail coop cleaning, because I realized after putting the video together it's probably going to be a little boring for most folks. Because, you know, a fair amount of it is me fiddling around the coop. So Yves, yes, I have a French press. It's the best. Yeah, I've I think I showed you guys last week what I use. This really is sort of a camping French press. It's called an AeroPress, and it's all plastic, and there's a paper filter in the bottom here, and it works really well. But like I said, this bulletproof coffee has got some kind of oil coating which clogs the filter. Anyways, Kevin, greetings, Kevin. Have I seen your name before? Hello to you, sir. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, so some of you may notice I've got some new stuff going on with the stream here. We can see chat on the main area now, and hopefully it's not not distracting. We won't see it in. Well, I'll try it in the video, and you guys can let me know while you're watching the video if the chat is distracting. It probably will be, so we'll give it a go. Still getting my head around the software, guys. It can be a little complicating, and this evening when I first started, the microphone wasn't working and I couldn't kind of figure it out, but I eventually did. So it's always something that happens. Little Griff, I message your videos, but first time caught your chat. Don't need rain, hopefully more good snow will come. Oh, you messaged me in my videos, but this is the first time in chat. Yeah, this rain stuff I'm not a fan of. I'd rather have one or the other. This mushy, muddy, in-between stuff is not ideal. Yeah. So, okay, guys, I wanted to show you folks some clips too before we get into the video, actually. I had some questions last week. Some people messaged me on, how I built this cabin, because I'd mentioned there is no foundation on my cabin, and some folks who are curious how I managed to do this. So I have a few clips I'll show you guys here if anybody has any questions or comments. And this is just 5 or 6 images here that'll give you an idea of, the foundation of the cabin, and how I went about it. Now, I wouldn't advise anybody build a cabin like I have. Don't do what I do. I wing a lot of things. If I don't know, I just wing it. So it's quite often trial by error. So that's how I figure things out. Is usually I mess things up and have to redo them. So this is my foundation. If I can pull it up, we can take a look. Oh, where did they go? Oh, guys, that was a big lead up, and I noticed the folder I created is gone. Okay, bear with me, guys. I'm gonna try and figure it out. Johnny, good evening. Just got here. Hi, Johnny. How's it going? Thanks for swinging by. Okay, guys, bear with me. I'm gonna try and find this folder again. I did create it before, but I see it's disappeared now. It's just, yeah, you get to learn this whole streaming thing with me, guys. Sorry. Okay, let's add something over here. Image slideshow, I think it's called. Let's make. Fortunately, I've done this 3 times already today, so it shouldn't take too long, guys. Apologies. We need to do that. Of course, now Ranger is outside barking. He needs in. Okay. All right, I got it, guys. Right, so this is the foundation to my cabin. All right. Hopefully you guys saw that. Sorry, the microphone wasn't working during the slideshow. Oh well. Yeah, so that, did you guys even see the slideshow I put up? Somebody let me know in chat. Definitely an amateur at this. Yeah, did somebody let me know in chat if that slideshow was visible? No. Yes, no. Okay, well, can you guys hear me now? Look good. Oh, Kevin, thank you. Panic. Nothing's going on. I'm not sure if we're broadcasting or not. Anyways, you can see, you know, the cabin is essentially just standing on logs, log piers, which are on rocks. So, you know, time will tell whether, you know, how long the cabin stands. You know, when I originally built this, it wasn't meant to be a 50-year home, you know, or even a 10-year home. So we'll see. Yeah, sorry, guys. I forgot there is also a bit of delay between, you know, me talking and you guys receiving the message. So, okay. Thanks, guys. So, yeah, if there's no questions on the cabin build and the foundation, hopefully that answered some of your questions if those folks are on tonight. We'll just roll into the video. And for those of you that are perhaps new here, what I do in these streams is we'll preview the next video that I'll be releasing. So if you have any questions during the video, you can type in chat and I'll just answer, you know, with the microphone over the video, or I may type back depending. So yeah, it's basically a watch party. That's what we're doing. And like I say, the video is about 19 minutes. So yeah. And I see Rangers outside again. So I'm going to start the video, guys. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. All right. Okay. Where are we? Did I get the stream video right? Yeah. Well, greetings and salutations, guys and girls. It's the Off Grid Warrior and Ranger. Well, guys, yeah, today we are doing what I like to call grooming. Yeah, grooming station, smokehouse, and well, I had to dispatch a chicken here the other night, so that's also the dispatching center. It's like a, you know, everything can happen in one little zone. Anyways, let's get to it. Well, this is probably going to last about 2 minutes. The battery's kind of failing on me, so we'll see how long we get. Just no! It's already dead on me, and it's not going to work this way. I don't want to try this every single time. Oh man, I'm going to look like a right weirdo now. Not that I don't already. Really? Well, I think this might be broken, guys. How do I look now? Yeah. Ah, bummer. It's chicken coop clean time. Why don't you girls like go outside while I do this, huh? That'd be a good idea. Wanna go outside? I know you don't understand a word of English, but you guys hear the Canadian geese? There they go, guys. Canadian geese. They're smart enough to fly south. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah. And of course at the end of winter, it's always nice. I'll hear them and they'll be flying that way. Right now they're flying that way. Pretty cool. Okay, well, a lot cleaner in here. Last step now is the old diatomaceous earth, which I kind of sprinkle all over the coop and then a little bit in the boxes. Okay, buddy. I'll throw your toy. Yeah. Ready? You ready? Go! Yeah! Good times. Want me to throw it again? Or are you going to take it as soon as I reach for it? You want me to throw it? You want me to throw it? Hey, drop it. No. Hey, drop it. Clearly I didn't teach him the whole drop it thing, guys. quail. Calm down. Yeah, unfortunately the quails are a little more prone to freaking out. They can hurt themselves. Break a wing or something. Oh jeez, come on. Oh, sorry quail, you got to move. Oh, they're not gonna like this. Big night tonight, guys. I'm actually heading down the mountain. I've been invited to have some dinner. So, don't worry ladies, I'm still available. Oh, I can feel it already, guys. Hot water just streaming over my body. It's the simple things, guys. Well, greetings and salutations, guys and girls. It's Ranger and me, the Off-Grid Warrior. And we just got back home. Well, we're not quite home yet, but, you know, we're almost back. And Ranger and I are getting ready to gear up and do our little hike up home. So, yeah, that's what it looks like currently. We've got Mr. Ranger right next to me over here. Hey, buddy. So we're gonna get going, guys, and it's literally, you know, way too bright out here right now. So let's get back into the darkness. Much better. Okay. Well guys, as you can see, we're getting home kind of late. I managed to get the truck back up here. We had a little bit of a thaw over the last few days and some rain. So we got the truck back up here. So the hike up to back home is a lot shorter.
than usual. Ranger, got to keep a constant eye on the ranger here. You know, he likes to get away very quickly if he smells something. You can see his nose is on the ground. Okay, we're going to focus on getting home. I've actually had a wolf pack up here over the last, I'd say, week and a half. Howling most evenings. They start up, so I know they're in the area. Well guys, this is it. Pretty dark out here, and I've learnt over the years that one headlamp is not enough. I've been caught out here before with a headlamp going out, and let's just say it was quite fun figuring out the route home. There's Ranger. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's got his harness on with reflectors. Ah, there we go. Here we are. Let's turn the light off again, give you guys an idea of what it's like to live in the dark. Not sure how much you guys are able to see. Here's the cabin. I'm doing a pan around. Yeah, pretty dark, guys. We'll have some light again. So, yeah. Hopefully the cabin's still a little warm. I did make a fire, get a toasty fire going before we left. It was about, I don't know, 3 hours ago. 3-4 hours ago. Mr. Ranger. Hey buddy, what you got? Oh dear. Quick check on the I was gonna say the kitten coop, the chicken coop. See, the ladies are back there. Everything looks okay. Actually, I want to check and see if I have an egg. Egg performance has been really bad lately, guys. And unfortunately, I had to dispatch one of my older girls. She wasn't looking too well. It hasn't been for a few weeks, so I had to do the deed. And I think there's a second one that's not looking good either, so I'm going to have to do the deed on that one. I don't know if something's going around. I have 4 chickens left that are young, the new ones that look good and still healthy, but I might just have to get rid of a number 2 now. I'm not happy about it, but oh well. We got 1 egg. You can see the 4 buff Orpingtons are the young girls, and I know one of them is laying an egg. And then of course there's the Sussex back there. I don't think she's doing very well. I don't know if you can see. I really don't want you hanging out there, okay? There you go, Ranger. Anyways, yeah. I'd like to hang on to these 4 buff Orpingtons over here. No, Ranger. But she's not looking too good at all. So it's very odd behavior for them to sit in a box too and molt and just sit on their poop. Ranger, come here. Come. That's what the other one was doing, losing feathers, losing weight. So anyways, otherwise everything's fine. I just like to keep an eye when I get back. If I've been away for a while, that's when you know, the critters come out when I'm not here. So just give everything a scan over. I'm not seeing any issues. Come on, Ranger. Well guys, we're going to head in for the night, and I think I'm going to make a coffee, do some reading, and yeah, tomorrow's stream day, so I have to get a few things ready for that. Trying a few new things. So okay guys, cheers.
Well, I think that's it. Hopefully the audio is working, folks. I think I may have a problem with audio. Let me know if you guys can hear me. This is a problem that I had earlier on. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, let me try typing this out. Oh, working fine. Jeez, Kevin, thank you, man. You're coming through again for me. Well, yeah, that was that video, which should be being released here in a few minutes. Johnny, no audio. Okay, now I'm confused. Yes, Adam S. Okay, thank you. Oh, no, I can. Well, okay. Anyways, guys, that was a little bit of my week. Not that very exciting. This upcoming week, though, I am planning to get out on my first snow camp. Well, if there's enough snow. Or regardless, I'll be doing the first overnight camp for the season. So I should get a little more exciting or interesting footage through that. Yeah, I think I mentioned several times, you know, snow camping is really my thing, and I really like to get out there in winter and go push the limits a little bit. So this first little trip coming out will just be, you know, testing out gear, making sure everything's dialed in before I get, you know, a little more adventurous. I've learned over the years, you know, getting out there, getting far from the car or from home, and then your gear's not quite dialed in because you haven't been through it in a year. So I like to do a little tester, something close to home, an overnighter, and just make sure everything's working fine like it should. So should see a little bit of that. Yeah, so there were a few things there. Little Griff, Alberta. Yeah, you know, as far as Ranger goes, I'm probably not the best dog owner. I kind of, I know I've given him free rein for a little too long. Every now and again he does drop the toy, but I haven't spent a lot of time training the dog, which, you know, I'm reaping the benefits of a untrained dog now. This is only the second dog I've ever had, and yeah, I need to do a little bit better with dialing him in and listening to me. You know, there were a few months ago during spring and summer where he disappeared for all day, and you know, I spent the days driving around the mountains screaming and shouting and whistling, and you know, he was just off doing his own thing. And it's one of the times somebody had picked him up at the bottom of the valley and then promptly drove him into town, thinking he was a lost dog. So I've had to put the kibosh on his meanderings since then. He's either behind the fence or he's with me or on a leash. And I don't let him get far from me at all, or I try not to, but yeah. he's a bit of a, you know, a free dog, just like, you know, his owner. I like to, you know, get out there and feel like a free man, and he likes to feel like a free dog, apparently. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, any questions on what you guys saw? Yeah, typically I do have straw down in the coops, and I did a little bit of a cleanup and took what little straw was in there out, and I don't have any straw up here right now. So before it gets problematic, I need to figure out on getting a bale of straw up here. You know, for me that involves, I don't have the quad right now to haul anything up, and the snowmobile can't get up here right now. So whatever straw I bring up here would, you know, it'll be a little bit of an effort to get a straw bale up here. So I may try and scavenge some straw in some bags, a large refuse bag, and haul it up here. Like Santa Claus carrying a bag of straw up here. Hey, Joni, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so usually these streams are around about an hour, and I kind of take questions from you guys, or you know, any comments or criticisms you may have, or ideas, you know. So, Kevin, how long have you been living the off-grid life? Kevin, I've been up here for 3 years now, 3.5 years. Before that, you know, I did a few experiments with, you know, living in some winter structures. Obviously, I didn't have power in those. If you go back to my earlier catalog of videos, you'll find some stuff there. And then before that, there was 4.5 years in a log cabin, which I built by hand. That was obviously off grid too. And yeah, so I'd say in total, we string everything together, I've probably been living like this for somewhere around 8 years. You know, in some kind of shack or log cabin or shelter in the woods. This is what I've been doing for some time now. Then before that, I had a career. I spent a lot of time out at sea on everything from large yachts to small sailboats, and that probably doesn't, you know, that's not quite off grid, but you know, a small sailboat out in the middle of the ocean is, you know, somewhat off gridish, I'd say. You're reliant on DC power batteries and solar panels and that. So I would say, you know, I've been living the vagabond life in some form or another for you know, several years, many years actually. Yeah. Little Griff, right on. We will be watching for your camp out. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really do much camping through spring and summer. I used to be, you know, a fair weather camper and backpacker. And I just find, you know, having a cabin, there's a lot of work to be done in preparation for winter. A lot of my time is taken, you know, leading up to these cold months, not even winter, you know, preparing for the months beforehand, you know, firewood, hauling firewood, splitting firewood, chopping firewood. Also, you know, these little cabins require maintenance and things have to be serviced, or, you know, I like to build as I can. You know, I don't have a lot of money to throw around, so, you know, sometimes I may be scavenging for materials. So a lot of those dry months are just taken up with working around the cabin and, you know, finding work, paying work. Paying work is a little difficult with the way that I live. So winter rolls around, and when, you know, paid work becomes almost impossible, you know, that's really my downtime, when I can get out and start faffing about in the woods. You know, I like the challenge. Did I miss any questions here? I saw there are a few new names there. Jonathan St. Lawrence. Hello, sir. Yeah, what else we got? We've got 14 viewers right now and only a few of you chatting, so now's your time if you got any questions. Yeah, so having a little bit of a problem with the pickup truck right now. It died on me heading down the mountain the last time I fired it up a couple days ago. Well, last night. Was it last night? Yeah. Just completely died on me heading down the mountain, and I had to restart the vehicle, and a few minutes later it died on me again. So, you know, hopefully something's not brewing there. I'm down to just one vehicle now, so if I have any issues with the pickup truck, it's going to get even more fun up here through winter. So, yeah, for those of you still hanging about, if anybody's inclined, if you'd like to support the channel in any way, you know, if you look in the description of the channel, there is a direct link there. There's a PayPal link. You can, you know, help me out with what I'm doing up here by using that PayPal link, or you can become a channel member, and there's 3 options becoming a member. So if any of you are inclined to do so, please take a look at the description, and you know, any help you could throw my way, I appreciate. So, all right, we're done with the shilling. So, yeah. So I actually can't scroll through chat right now. I've lost the chat, and I can only see what chat is up on the actual screen. So, good times. Maybe I'll get this live streaming thing dialed in a little more than usual. Yeah, also guys, if wondering what people think about the chat, those of you that have been here for my earlier streams, what do you think about the chat up on the screen the way it is now? Is it a little too much, or a little too overwhelming, or is it working? Any comments on that? How old were the Sussex? Yeah, the Sussex were, I mean, they weren't that old, maybe 2.5 years. 2.5 years to 3, somewhere in there. Yeah, like I mentioned last stream, they were just losing weight. Well, the one started losing weight and just looked unhealthy, weak. You know, it was always standing off to the side. I did notice that their Ranger, just chill out. Yeah, my Ranger is got some deals going on here. Yeah, I was just looking unhealthy, the loss of weight, you know, excluding itself from the rest of the coop activities, losing feathers. I did also notice there was a little bit of swelling around the vent. Didn't look like there's any kind of infection or anything, but I just decided to, you know, cull the one who's really not doing well. And now I notice the second Sussex is looking a bit sketched too. I mean, I don't notice anything around the vent or anything that looks kind of ugly, but all the other symptoms are looking like, you know, not ideal. Kevin, I like it. The slow, like 15 seconds delay from message sent before it shows up. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do much about any kind of delays. You know, I am on Starlink satellite, and I have my streaming settings and bitrate settings set really low. And so the delay is just something that unfortunately has to be there in order to make it all happen. Random things. I had a Rhode Island Red this summer die overnight. She was fine the day before. Yeah, I've been really lucky with chickens over the years. You know, this isn't my first rodeo, but I've never had any kind of ailments or something work through the flocks or sicknesses. So I'm not sure what's going on here. The one that died, or that I had to cull, was definitely a runt when I received the first 2. She was undersized and got picked on a lot by the other one. You know, she was probably the runt in the group. You know, you always, when you have a bunch of chicks, there's always one that's not doing well or undersized. Well, in my experience, and I think the one was one of my chickens was definitely the runt. So At least she gave me eggs when she could. Ranger, you want to come up here? Come up. There's Mr. Ranger. Are you gonna... Is there like an issue or something? Do you need to go outside? So, yeah, and egg production. I know egg production usually drops off in winter. That's pretty normal, but I'm only getting 1 egg a day right now. I think it's only one of the buffer Orpingtons that is laying. I had 2 or 3 there for a hot minute, but now we're down to 1 egg a day. So it's not ideal. I haven't really had a problem coop like this before. Yeah, could be feed related. I don't know. I haven't had a problem on this feed before. Yeah, Rhode Island Reds. I used to have some Rhode Island Reds. They're really nice. If I had a flock that was roaming or free ranging, I'd probably consider Rhode Island Reds. They're pretty smart, especially Rhode Island Roosters. They'll keep their head up looking for predators, and they do a great job taking care of the girls. Rhode Island Reds are a favorite of mine if I'm free ranging, but I have to keep my chickens in a coop up here, guys. I have everything, all the kind of predators you can imagine. I mean, I have hawks and eagles, bald eagles. We have a lot of them in this area, and they're often circling up above. So, I have that outdoor run, which the chickens are out during the day, and in the evenings I lock them in the coop. Okay, where are we at? Random things. Did you eat her? No, I didn't eat her. She was quite underweight, and when a chicken may have something wrong with it, probably not a good idea to eat it. I'm not quite that desperate yet, but I could be in a couple of weeks here. No, I have the quail that I need to start eating now. The quail has been not something I'll do again. They've been a fun experiment. Most of the quail that I have are females, and they've just completely stopped with eggs. I originally got these quail for egg production. I enjoy quail eggs, but they stopped pretty quick. I've got probably about 8 eggs out of these quail since I've had them, and they stopped laying pretty quick. Maybe quail are just more finicky than chickens through winter and the cold season. But the quail have stopped laying, and right now I'm just feeding them, and they're not doing anything for me. So they're gonna start to be whittled down here pretty soon. You probably see some videos here shortly with some quails being cooked in various ways. I don't like feeding critters. I'm not a fan of feeding critters just for the fun of having critters. I need the critters to be able to do something for me. So there's that. Yeah, okay, so where we get the messages all on the sidebar. So maybe it's something to do with it on the screen. Oh, so are the messages on the sidebar faster than the messages on the screen? Adam S, it is winter and the egg production will decline. Yeah, I mean, granted, that's fairly normal. I understand that. Yeah, and the space that the quail are in, I could really use it for storage right now. Right now I'm still paying for a storage unit in town, which we're getting to the point where I can't really afford that storage unit. So I may get all those storage items in the space where the quail are, since the quail aren't really doing anything for me. If I had electricity or a way to breed quail, that's a fairly common thing folks do, incubate eggs. I can't run an incubator up here. If that were an option for me, I would perhaps continue with the quail and do it a little differently and breed them. But without incubating eggs, it's just not an option for me. Yeah, Adam S. Not sure if you have these in the States, but we love our Australorps. Yeah, I know. I've never had Australorps, but we do. You can get Australorps around here. They are a chicken that you see. I'd say they're ones I would consider if they came across. I've just settled over the years on the Buff Orpingtons. I just find their temperament is really good. They're generally a soft, friendly, and especially if you rear them from chicks, the Buff Orpingtons can be quite friendly and personable. Yeah. Natal, good evening from Bonners Ferry. Well, greetings, Natal. Where have you guys been? Usually you hear the first one share. You're late tonight. I'm not very impressed. Thanks for swinging by. Right now we're talking about quail and chickens. It's a good topic. Of course, not everybody's cup of tea, but when you live off grid out in the boonies, chickens and critters come in quite handy, guys. I'm a big egg eater, so I'm really disappointed the fact that I'm only getting 1 egg a day. It's not ideal. Move your quail to a small cage. A quail only needs a foot. Yeah. Adam, what are you suggesting that might improve the egg issue? If small cages may be an improvement or encourage egg laying, I might consider getting something done here. Okay. Yes, they are faster. Sorry, did I miss that? Oh, okay. Thanks, Little Griff. They are faster. Okay. Yeah, right now I can't actually see the YouTube chat. I only have one monitor and I can't pull it up. Right now I'm looking at the software, and so I can only see the chat that's up on the video. We'll dial this in as we get into the streaming thing, guys. Thanks. I appreciate the feedback, folks. Chris James, my best all-round layers have been Americana. Oh, those are the Easter egg layers. Yeah, I've had a couple of them. Mine were pretty aggressive compared to the rest of the chickens. I actually had a few of them when I had a large flock of Buff Orpingtons. Also had some Silkies and some Rhode Island Reds, and those Araucanas were the least friendly out of the lot. But I understand that they're decent layers. Yeah. I just didn't like the temperament. Just more efficient use of space. Keep 1 or 2 males per 7 females. Yeah. Yeah, Adam. I understand it's probably a better way to go about the quails. I don't know at this point if I want to continue feeding these quail through winter. I've just found they're voracious eaters, and quite frankly, I really have to pick and choose feeding through winter just on a financial basis for me. If buying food wasn't an issue, I'll just have bags of food up here and feed everybody and not worry. But there's a cost to feeding quail that aren't giving me anything right now. Yeah, I'd love to, like I say, if I could breed quail and as meat birds and selectively breed the bigger birds over time for meat, I would do that. But that requires incubation. Just not sure how I can incubate here, living on solar panels and batteries. I've considered options, and I don't think I'd be successful without an incubator or a broody quail, which is nowadays almost impossible to get. I don't know. Random things. Feed them to fatten them up. Yeah, I really should. I'm on my last bag of quail food here, so that's another motivation here, guys. Again, if anybody wants to look at the description and support the channel, maybe I could buy some more quail food. But anyways. What other questions? Yeah, I'm enjoying this topic on quail and chickens here, guys. They also have a small lifespan. Might be worthwhile buying in autumn, having eggs all through summer and spring, and then eat them in winter. Yeah, Adam, you're spot on there. That would have been the way to do it. I kind of got these quail later in spring, and obviously wasn't quite sure how I'd go about housing them. You know, I built this massive coop and just split it in half and said I'm going to put quail here and chickens there. And also, I didn't want to spend any more money on building small cages for them or buying cages. So I just went with throwing them in as you see them now. But you know, I don't know, the 8 or so eggs that I got from him in the beginning was really nice, but you know, that was a okay. Did I miss? So again, I can't scroll through my questions. Yeah, so any other questions, guys? Let's see, we've got 17 viewers now and maybe 3 or 4 of you chatting. Thank goodness for you guys chatting, otherwise I don't know what else I would be doing here. Yeah, how long we've been going? I think we've probably been going in over an hour now, at least. So, yeah, the video releases tonight at 7:30. I see it's 7:06 right now. Is that the right time? I don't normally let Ranger up here, but since I've been streaming, guys, Doggo's got a position up here. Okay, it's 7, so gotta run. We'll catch you again. Hey, Little Griff, thank you so much for swinging by this evening. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Yeah. Well, guys, if there's no other questions here, we might just call it a night. I know, again, there's a delay on chat here. The incubator we use is the Nurture Right 360. They have been fantastic. I think I may have seen a video or two. The name sounds familiar. Yeah, I mean, there's several options out there from what I've seen. But I mean, you're obviously running that on AC power, right? Yeah, you know, I remember growing up and, you know, being around farms and people who had chicken, and, you know, chickens, you could always find hens sitting on their eggs. And I've been lucky over the years to had a few hens go broody and sit on their eggs and hatch their own chicks. I know a lot of the bantam breeds, a lot of the smaller bantam breeds, like silkies. I've had silkies, and the silky hens will go broody, and they'll sit on whatever eggs are available. If you have other breeds of chickens that aren't sitting on their eggs, a bantam hen will sit on the larger eggs. I've had a silky hen. They're the small bantams with a big hairdo. I've had them sit on Buff Orpington eggs and hatch them. But you know, I always remember hens sitting on eggs. And you know, nowadays when you get chicks from these large hatcheries, you know, they don't go broody unless you have generations of them and you're lucky and you can get a breed line going that sits on their eggs. It's tough nowadays. These hatchery chickens or chicks are, you know, not ideal. Silkies go broody all the time. Yeah. I used to have a silky rooster that would try and mount the larger chickens. And when you watch a silky rooster try to climb aboard hens that are, you know, twice as large, it's kind of amusing to watch. Jason Allen, good evening. Hey brother, hope you're well and staying warm. Yeah, Jason, it's been fairly mild here lately. I was saying earlier on that, you know, we've had a bit of a thaw. You know, we had a somewhat of a snow dump. Well, we've had a couple, and then the thaw followed by rain. And this last week, especially these last couple of days, we've had the thaw and then rain. Tonight it's raining quite heavy. I had to go outside and fiddle with my gutters and my water tanks because I still have my gutters going into my water catchment, but I have the lids closed on the tanks because the water's frozen. The little water that I have in my tanks is frozen. So I had to go and fiddle with the gutters out there because I had water streaming off the roof tonight. And let's just say, some of you may know, I have to manage water that comes off my roof with the way I built this place. So it's raining right now, and it's kind of muddy and mushy, and it's not ideal. And I'm looking forward to snow, guys. You know, as you know, I have this new used snowmobile that I'm dying to fire up and do some adventures with, if I can afford the fuel and oil. I don't know if any of you guys snowmobile, but oil for snowmobiles, the oil that's required for fuel mixes, everything to do with snowmobiles is expensive. It's definitely not for the poor man, but it's the only way I get to, you know, access home through winter once the snow really flies. You know, a snowmobile makes the big difference for me. But yeah, so not even enough snow yet for that. Okay, what else we got here, guys? Any other questions? Like I say, this upcoming week we'll be getting outside and doing some adventure. We'll do our first overnighter, testing gear out, so there should be a little more adventurous footage with the next video. Family plan. Well, good evening to you. Welcome. I was wondering where you folks were. Must be the water turning those hens non-broody. Yeah, the water. It's definitely the water. From all the cloud seeding that they do and the chemicals they're putting in the air, causing my chickens to not behave natural. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't know. Check this guy out. He's like, what are you doing there, mate? You just chilling out? Yeah, I am. I'm definitely not a you know, dog on couches, and definitely not on my bed. He's never been up on the bed, the bunk bed. He's being spoilt right now. He knows now when I'm streaming, he gets up here. Anyways. Okay, guys. Come on. Any more questions? Any more conversation pieces? Otherwise, we're going to have to shut down. Yeah. Little Ranger was very cute in that last video. What are we talking about here? What was the last one? In the end with this, with the slow motion running. Yeah, again, at the end of the video that will be releasing in like 10 minutes here, it automatically will be published. The end of the video you guys have just watched is, you know, slightly different. It has some footage and music that's not included on the stream. Yeah, the joys of, you know, copyright protection and, you know, not being allowed to play certain audios on stream that you have to license on videos. It's very confusing, guys, but yeah. Yeah, actually that video, the slow motion video, was the first time testing this new camera that I have. You know, it has a setting which you can just, it's a one-click setting which allows you to capture slow motion. It turned out pretty well. Maybe I'll get more of that with snowmobiling and Ranger. Oh, baby Ranger crate riding on the snowmobile. Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about the short video that I put out. Gotcha. I lose track of what I'm putting out here, guys. Must be the age or something. I don't know. Can barely remember what I did this morning, folks. So, you know, one day just floats into the next day. Right. Well, still see there's folks watching. Very few questions rolling in. You know, I know we don't want any awkward silence, guys. So, yeah. Oh yeah. Hopefully I don't have any problems with the pickup truck. Like I say, it could be a fuel pump issue with it just dying on me. I think I've replaced the fuel filter 2 or 3 years ago. That's the joy of American trucks. Boomer. Hey, listen, family plan. I'm no boomer. I'm a Gen Xer, right? You know, we were the last generation not to wear helmets when we got on our BMX. And, you know, we built ramps and popped wheelies and you know, with no helmets. It all went downhill from there, sir. But I don't think I qualify as a boomer. Thank you. It's the beard, you know, it gives off the boomer feel. Yeah, I was super disappointed when I went outside to attempt to cut my hair because, you know, the hair is pretty long right now. I don't usually keep it this long. But I was a little disappointed when I got out there and my device for cutting my hair didn't want to work. It's been on the fritz for a while, and every time I pull it out, I think it's going to work. But I got to sort something out there. I might just take scissors to my hair. Look like a real odd folk. Joanne, not I from Australia. Wow, we got some more Aussies turning in late. Hey Joanne, thanks for swinging by. We're kind of at the end of the stream, but welcome. What time is it in Australia right now? You guys, daytime obviously for you. Yeah, who knows? Maybe someday I'll get to Australia. It used to be on the bucket list, maybe not so much anymore. 1 p.m. for Adam. Right on. Adam, whereabouts are you from? You don't have to get specific if you don't want to, but whereabouts in Australia? $1.17 for Joanne. Oh, you guys are in the same area, same zone. I mean, I'm assuming there's multiple time zones in Australia. Fairly large, wide. Might be a couple time zones there. New South Wales, Victoria. Right on. Yeah, I don't anytime I hear anything about Australia nowadays, there's usually some kind of issue with politics going on there. Back in the day when I paid attention, because I have some family in Australia, back in the day when I paid attention to what was going on there, seemed a little more some more fun going on. But nowadays, anytime I hear news, doesn't sound that fun. But you know, it's probably just the media. You know, they don't typically focus on anything positive. Yes, there's a few. Okay. Okay. Wow, the viewers have gone up as we're getting to the end of the stream here. Hopefully, the new folks will have some questions or say hello instead of lurking in the background. So. Yeah, Adam, I've seen a lot of stuff, a lot of off-gridders in Australia. Fortunately, you guys, I see a lot of folks with solar panels and, really nice gardens. There's a guy I've watched on YouTube for many years. Haven't watched anything he's done lately, but, he does a lot of stuff, videos on his garden. He's got quail and, everything. And he's been around for many years, has a lot of subscribers, and he puts out really good stuff. It's good to see he'll plant a garden or do something, and then, we'll get to go back to it years later and see how, what's happened over a period of time with his gardens or planting, but and there's a lot of zones there that are kind of almost subtropical, and you can grow pretty much anything. We have our limits up here, at least where I'm at. We have a very short growing period up here in Montana, and you really have to be on it, or it needs to be in a greenhouse. And it helps to have running water, which I don't have. So real short seasons here, and I'd love to grow all kinds of all kinds of things, but we have our limits up here. Yeah. There's a few permaculture folks too in Australia. Jeff Lawson, I think he may be British, but maybe living in Australia for some time now. Just doing amazing stuff with permaculture, and growing things. Yeah, what I lack up here is really running water. It's amazing you can do with running water, even with short seasons. But my gardening is really restricted by what I can put in a tank off my roof. So I can't get my ideas of gardening in greenhouses are fairly limited. Yeah, I was watching the guy I'm talking about, Self-Sufficient Me, I think maybe his name. If you guys are into gardening and growing stuff on a small plot of land, you should look up Self-Sufficient Me. And yeah, I know he's had problems with snakes too. Growing up early years, snakes in South Africa, we have a lot of, we don't have any snakes up here. So that's nothing I worry about here. But yeah, Self-Sufficient Me is a good channel. Seems like a good bloke to watch if you're into growing stuff. I think he has critters too, quail and chickens and a whole lot of it. So anyways, guys, yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night here. We start running out of things to talk about, and no questions. I don't want to bore you guys. So yeah, thanks for swinging by, guys. Hey, buddy. I appreciate you folks tuning in. We'll be doing this again. What are you moaning at? We'll be doing this again next week, Saturday, weather permitting. If it's really dumping with snow, I have a little bit of problem with the Starlink dish and, connectivity and bitrate, bandwidth issues start to occur. So yeah, we'll be doing it again, weather permitting, next Saturday, same time, same deal, and hopefully I'll be even a little more dialed in. I'm going to be trying a few additional things during stream, maybe watching some video and footage, and discussing topics, finding a topic to discuss that's not just around the video we've watched. So a little bit of experimentation. We'll see. Okay, family plan. Thanks for swinging by. I appreciate it, man. Take it easy. You guys have a good weekend. Adam S, mate, thank you. Thanks for coming. Joanne, good night. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for swinging by, guys, and we'll see you next Saturday, same time. Hopefully I'll be a little more dialed in, guys. All right, so yeah, take it easy. We'll see you next time. Cheers.